Hi everyone, Chris Natzke here with your Mind of a Champion tip of the week. Today I want to talk about the concept of visualization. I don't think there's probably anything that's more powerful in the toolbox of a leader of trying to generate success in our business and our endeavors, etc., than visualization. In fact, when you take a look at elite athletes, oftentimes you'll see that the difference between what they can do from a physical standpoint in terms of athleticism and their actual talent is absolutely minuscule. But the difference between those that are on the medal stand and those that are finishing far behind oftentimes has to deal with the way that they can work with their minds and their prowess in visualization. And I want to give you an example of this. Years ago, I read about this study that the University of Chicago had done. And what they did is they brought a whole group of college students together and they had them practice free throws in a basketball gym. So taking shots 15 feet away from a basket. And they took all of their results and then they broke them into three groups. And here's what they said to the first group. They said, what we'd like you to do is Monday through Friday for the next 6 weeks is come to the gym and practice making free throws or attempting free throws and making them for at least 15 minutes each day, Monday through Friday. So that was group number one. Group number two, they said, forget about this entire experiment. Don't even pick up a basketball and we'll see you back in 6 weeks. And group number three, what they asked them to do was this. They said, what we want you to do is for the next 6 weeks is each day visualize for 30 minutes making free throws, attempting free throws and making free throws. So they sent all of them on their way and they brought them back in 6 weeks and here's what they found. Group number one, as you would expect, had the greatest results. These were the ones that went and physically practiced making free throws, and they had a 24% increase in their performance. Now, group number two, the people that just didn't do anything, they had what you'd expect, similar results in terms of their effort, and they had a 0% performance increase. But here's where it gets interesting. Those that were asked to just visualize making their basketball shots over those 6 weeks had a 23% increase in performance. Just right at the heels of those that had practiced every day. Now, what I'm advocating through this is not to not ever take action. Quite the contrary. I think the best thing for us to do is to take action and couple that with powerful visualization. So how can we do that as leaders in our lives, in our business, in our families, in our relationships? Well, I've got three items here that I want to share with you that I really think are powerful for us to utilize visualization. And number one is this, is rather than just focus on the result that we want, focus on the process. Let me say that again. We want to focus on the process. So rather than just maybe see ourselves on the medal stand where we want to be eventually, what we want to do is we want to focus on the process that we're going through. For me, when I was a competitive athlete in Taekwondo, what I would do is I'd visualize my workouts. I'd actually visualize the process of how I wanted to get there and the strategies I was going to use in the ring when I finally got to fight day. So it wasn't just about being on the medal stand, although I would do that as well to have some fun, but it was about the process. So where can you bring that practice into your daily visualization practice? Number two is make it a full sensory experience. We're full sensory beings. We don't just see things, but we smell them, we taste them, we touch them, etc. So when you're doing your visualization, do your best to visualize it in a holistic manner. Like before I go out and give a speech, I don't just visualize myself delivering it. I visualize what the room's going to feel like. I visualize how I'm connecting with audiences. I even visualize them laughing at my jokes. So when I have that whole full sensory experience, what I can tell you is more times than not, it not only shows up just the way that I want it to, oftentimes it shows up even better. And then finally, is that what you want to do is you want to focus on what you desire, even though there might be challenges. And so I want to give you an example. So back in 1999, when I won the National Taekwondo Championship, I went into it with a leg injury on my right leg, a hamstring injury. And so rather than just kind of ignore that, and rather than just focus on it all the time, I kind of took the middle ground. And what I did is I developed a strategy for how I was going to deal with it if, in fact, it re-injured. Well, wouldn't you know it, in the first match of 4, third round, I throw a kick at a guy and my hamstring goes. Now, I had already developed a strategy of visualization in my mind about how I was going to deal with it. So I had my coach rub down my leg, wrap it up, and then I went underneath the bleachers and visualized how I was going to work through that adversity. And when you know it, I won the next 3 matches and won the gold medal. So what is your gold medal that you can go for? And where do you possibly have some obstacles in the way that you don't only visualize where you want to go, you don't only visualize the process, but you also visualize what you'll do if obstacles come in the way. Because that's what leaders and champions do. So there you have it, my friends. That's my 3 strategies for using visualization as leaders in any aspect of our lives to get breakthrough results. And if you like what I just shared here, look below. I'm going to extend my offer for my, it was my February flash sale. Now it's going to be my March Madness sale. So if you want to get some more of this information, my online program is stock full of uses of visualization and positive attitude, mental attitude, and focus in order to get the results that you want. So once again, this has been Chris Natzke with Black Belt Leadership Speaking and Coaching. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey. Thanks so much for commenting, liking, and sharing. And we'll see you next time on the Mind of a Champion Tip of the Week.